into the graphing chapter, and the beginning of this is going to be review for everybody, and then we'll get into the new stuff. So you may remember from last year, a linear equation is an equation whose graph is a line. So typically that equation is going to have an x and a y in it. And the points on the line are the solutions of the equation. So for example, I gave you the equation y equals 2x plus 1 here. And I graphed it over here, which we're going to do in class on Thursday. We'll review graphing the actual lines. But when that line is graphed, anywhere, any point that the line goes through means it's a solution, which means this point here that I've shown you, this point here, this point here, this one here, and so on, okay? All of those points are solutions. And remember, what a solution means is when you take that point and you plug it into the equation, it becomes a true statement. So for example, if I look at, let's look at this one here. So that one's going to be 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 2, 5. Since 2, 5 is on this line, it means that it's a solution, which means when I put 2, 5 into this equation here, it will be a true statement. So let's see here. Remember, this is x, this is y, right? So x always comes before y. So let's plug it in over here. I have y in my equation, I'm going to put a 5, equals 2 times x, but remember my x is 2 right here, plus 1. So let's double check and make sure that's true. 5 equals 4 plus 1, and that is true. Okay? So that's what that means, the solution. Any point on the line, and it doesn't just have to be whole numbers. It can be fractions and decimals, though we don't typically use them as much. They will work for this equation. Okay, so that's the first thing. The other thing I wanted to review before we start graphing these lines typically is the weird ones, right? And so the weird ones are going to be either the horizontal and the vertical lines. So the horizontal and the vertical lines are the ones that are either missing an x or a y. So if you look on the left over here, it says the graph of y equals b, and that means y equals any number, is a horizontal line, left and right, and it goes through 0, b. This is a graph of y equals 4. So y equals 4 is horizontal, you can see right here, and it goes through 0, 4, which is right here. If you look on the right, the graph of x equals b. So you see how that's different. Okay, over here we have y equals b. Over here we have x equals b. Okay, so on the left there's no x. On the right there's no y. Now remember, b is just a number, so like x equals 2, x equals -9, whatever, is a vertical line. So it goes up and down, and it goes through b, 0. So this graph is a graph of x equals 4, and you can see it goes through 4, 0. Remember, these graphs are not challenging, they're not hard, it's just you have to keep track which one is which, right? So with y equals, which way does it go? It's horizontal. With x equals, which way does it go? It's vertical. Okay, so what you need to do in your notes right now is jot down a way you're going to remember this. So what I just said, if you want to remember it that way, that's fine. So y equals is horizontal. X equals is vertical. That's one way to remember it. Either way, no matter how you do it, you have to figure out a way for you to remember this. Because, like I said, it's easy, right? You don't want to lose points on this, but you just have to keep it straight in your head. Okay, so what I want to do next is do a couple examples together. So really simple, x equals -2. Well, if you remember, x equals a number is going to be a vertical line. And it's going to go through -2, comma 0. So if I look at my graph over here, I've got negative 2 comma 0 right here. It's a vertical line, and so that line is going to go like this. Okay, so that's x equals negative 2. And if I look over here on the right, y equals 1 is going to be a horizontal line. And remember, that's going to go through 0, comma 1. So if I look at 0, comma 1, that's going to be right there. And then I'm going to grab a line, and it's going to look like this. Okay, so that's the graph for y equals 1. What I'd like you to do is try these couple on your own. So pause the video here and take a minute and do them. And then hit play and check your answers with mine. Okay, so if we look at y equals negative 6, remember that y equals is going to be a horizontal line. And it's going to go through 0, comma, negative 6. So let's see. 0, comma, negative 6 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So y equals negative 6 is going to look like this. Alright, and if I look over here at x equals 7, x equals 7 is going to be a vertical line. It's going to go through 7, comma 0. So 7, comma 0 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right here-ish. And then the line is vertical, so it goes down like that. It's not my best line, but you get the idea. Alright, that's it. This is a really short video because I just wanted to review a couple of things. On Thursday, what we're going to do is start reviewing slope and slope-intercept form and review how to graph these lines when they are not vertical or horizontal. Alright, have a good couple days, and I'll see you on Thursday.